Okay, that should be everything set up. Hopefully the microphone isn't acting weird. Probably not in the correct place of the camera either. Okay, it seems relatively close to where I'm supposed to be. There we go. Everything should be good. Right. Looks like it. Yeah, we need double strikes. Okay, let's see here. What do we have? What's a little bit of a funny little thing we can do? His own assist is going to be a problem, isn't it? Where is it? There. It looks very desaturated compared to the other two. We'll just run this one for now. Yeah, it's just Kaya assist all over again, you could say. Or it's just Leo. Or Zed. Let's see. Clearly he's just doing Camille's intro. Again. Everyone over here flipping. Yep. Wow. Just because it's cheap. Just because it's cheap still. Yep. Yep. Okay. Well. And blasted. Force landing. Again. Kick you down. Drop kick. Let's see. Can you spend? No. No, you cannot. Ah, that didn't work. And what is quite weak. And that can be backdashed. Okay. Long animation. High launch, or low launch, or weak launch, you could say. Force landing. And kick you away. For one, we'll probably, yep, there it is again. And you claim yeah, no, you're retarded. Wow. Here's an idea. Maybe what you should do is delete that stupid first hit from automatically starting combos. Because clearly that the dash distance it went is still no different. Dodge the first one, dodge the second. No, you're not allowed to dodge the second. Once again, still Camille being stupid. 5,000 for 3 EP. Nope, fine. That didn't look like it applied the correct hit reaction. I think. No, you won't. This big drop kick. Up you go. Drop kick him again. And up you go again. Inside loop. For that, we can blast it. Force the landing. Sweep. Yeah, you don't do the super, you just do that. Runs through, but does what exactly? Standing still or not doing so? Nope. Okay, you can't queue it up in a specific way. You can't. Up you go. And inside loop again. Not paying attention. Slash him twice. And recovery looks to be decent. That didn't help. Nor does that. Okay, you gotta finally use a middle slot, or you're going to combo. Yeah, no, you can't do that. I'm gonna dropkick you for that one. And does not look like it has as much impact when you're so close to the wall. That is sad. Well, you didn't stop it. And the last screen effect that he gets. In which way? Also, for now, because anyway doesn't give away the character to creators, that's going to be a no. And the last time I tried to fight people was with Camille, but 3,500 crystals is not enough for an epic for me, it seems. So, I don't think 1,500 crystals or 2.2, which is on the main, is going to be enough. Can't combine them, can't exchange them. All you need to know is that Inway decided they're always going to ruin it in some way, so... Sorry, but we're not going to be able to see about any sort of fight in that way. Okay? Only once the character is properly out, we'll be able to use the character in that sense. Otherwise, it'll just stick to... it'll basically stick to the Sunday streams where we can actually fight in friendly battles in that way. Just because anyway doesn't help anyone. Yep. And no energy. Okay. Force landing. Nope. Get swept. Let's see about fire this one. Yeah, that one's at least better in that sense. No. Someone's spamming. Yes, but the problem is it's the losing screen is a bit sad in my opinion. Just for one reason. It looks like it lacks an ending. Blast twice. Force landing. And kick. It really doesn't do much. Drop kick. And get punched again. And slash them. Yeah, they don't want to just, they didn't want to do this and they can fall over. They didn't want to do the peace sign and fall over. No, they just decided, no, let's just do a regular. Let's just fall over. Nothing happens. Like, they could have done something different. Like, he has his salute right at the end, okay? They could do this and then just a full-on, no, fall onto his back. Goes static and then just falls over. It could be a lot funnier. Sadly, that's just a regular fall over. Yeah, they did that, but it could be funnier.
3, 2, 1.
Could have leaned into the, oh, he fell over while saluting. Run in. Yeah, that thing has a decent bit of recovery, so you're not getting out of that one. And since Split S is quite slow, not going to be able to combo. Blast twice, yep. Yeah, no. You get drop kick for that one. Then we just slash you. Inside loop. No. It's a little too slow. You got M6, but have you wasted the character, or did you actually use, or have you actually made it pretty strong or not? Rush in. And again. No. Well, that doesn't help. Compared to what you need to try and get, it is quite slow, it seems. Yeah, no. The primary, however, is a breaker trap. I'm just gonna have to point that one out. The primary is a breaker trap. Kick! For 1 extra energy, that is not really worth, in my opinion. I canceled. But you didn't have... yeah. You whiffed! I could have canceled there. That's on me. And I ended up on exactly 20,002. Well, the thing is, it doesn't instantly start combos. So, yeah, as I said, the loose screen could be better. It could be better. But they just made it fall over. Nothing, no over dramatic thing. Just, nah, he just falls over. He doesn't do any extra posing.
1, go.
Nope, okay. Well, let's see about making use of the primary cancel at some point. Yeah, they try and drag him so the launch gets higher. Yeah, there we go. For 1 extra, it's really not much. Nope. Well, we'll blast them once. And again. And up. Hook twice, sweep, and kick. The higher the launch, you get the sooner. Nope. That's fine. You get a combo yet? No, okay. Split this! 1! Let's see if we actually get a combo here. No. Don't delay it. The thing is very much not helpful. And kick. It's a very slow one, though. He's just very slow. From the looks of it. Go back away. Nope. Drop kick. And up you go. Another drop kick. And up. Force landing. Let's see. So middle slot, I would say. He's weird. So far, Joel is weird. Primer has a cancel and is a breaker trap. At the same time, middle slot is not worth. Middle slot, keep it to the 3 cost. The block as well, if you need to, let's see. No. Okay, let's see. Let me taste something. We'll have to taste with the middle slot first, like this. And that's a no. We don't get to. Here! And up you go. Force landing. We'll just drop kick you. And featherweight. I'm not gonna get these names right for a while. Split this. This one, however, I think might be the only one worth using the super follow-up on. I think it's the primary breaker only. It might be. There's a high chance of that. No, okay, that's on me. Just press the button. You don't have to waste anymore. Too early to judge. Nah, he's a very weird character right now. It's not gonna feel weak once you actually find out he's just gonna be an endless combo. Right now, if I can combo from the block into the primary strike after recovering 1, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. You'll have to wait. This is why they give Casual Tuesday. Besides, who knows if they want to adjust him. So yeah. He's a follow-up based character, so you have to be very careful of that. And up! Yep. Inside loop. Let's see here. Barely any recovery there. Okay, this is fine. Fair weather. There. Good launch. Up. Don't use the follow-up. Like I said, 1 energy for 900. It might seem like it works, but... Yep, there it is. You can probably do that from across the screen. Yep, that's a decent bit. Decent combo. It's here. What do you do with this one? Okay, that's 900 as well. 900 extra damage there. Well, primary slow is not helping. And let's see what happens here. Also roughly. Yeah, basically your 3 costs do their follow-ups are the only ones doing. Don't bother using the follow-up on the two costs. It's horrendous. For the additional 1 EP, worthless. He does have a 50-50. That's his primary. He can cancel after the first and second hit. The new account one is on a slow week right now. I've collected day 8 and 9. Or was it? No. It was 9 and 10. I've collected.
2, 1, go!
Don't. Okay. 500 for basically nothing. You don't have energy for that. Force landing. No. Yeah. Anyway, let's see this. Like this. And we'll make use of the this travel. Push it twice. Sweep again. This is not going to be worth it. Yeah. Back away. Yeah, it's still a single hit that can be blocked. We'll see whether or not it does. But it's whether or not Inway thinks he's lacking anything. As I say, we'll see what happens. 3. And launch. Again. 1, 2. Force landing. Drop kick. Up. Slash. Yeah. You can get your extra damage, but that's about it. Yeah. No. Back away. Yep. Drop kick. Well. Inside loop. And fire. Just slash them. He's weird.
KO. You win.
Instead of focusing at the end of the character, he started swapping to the assist, which basically ruined him. But right now, I am lacking anything to say. They just pay attention to your opponent. Just because they pay to one doesn't mean that they're good every time. Pay attention to what their cards are and what their leaders are. Only that I can say. Anyway, up you go. How much can we recover here? 2? And not really. You can't recover 2. You can't really recover much there. So, but you can with the strike. So the strike becomes a free card. Jolly's weird. Long animations just mean free Camille from this guy's usage. Yeah. Can't cancel the block is a thing to point out. So you have to be a bit careful there. What'll you do here? Fire away. Yep. Nope. We'll kick you away. Split this. Goes far enough. Up you go. Inside loop. Nah, he's ready. Does the follow-up. Drop kick. Nope. It didn't cancel in the end, though. See? Really? Assists ruining it. No big slam. Wow. And then they don't rotate. But yeah, primary is needed. This guy needs every slot. If I had the primary there, I would have actually been able to knock out something. But nope. Throws the block back into it. The character that requires more than one slot and is... yeah. Yes, Leo was given out for free on Christmas. What happened here? Delphine is apparently blue now. What now? What did they break? So yeah, this character being a defender ruins his ability to actually keep his slots available. Recover 2. There you go. Inside loop. And again. Drop kick. And with that, we launch. Split S. Pay attention. No. Up you go. You can punch twice or once. Doesn't matter. Yeah, you can also backdash that breaker. I'm gonna have to test something against this as well, but we'll only see. Worthless, in my opinion. So, very worthless attack that. Ah, okay, yeah, and there it goes. You can avoid the thing entirely. Don't cue the taunt up too early. Not as much. Even though it's a traveling projectile, it is not as much energy you can get. Yeah. It's gonna be a slow, long fight with this one. Long animations, no damage. Check Joe. Yep. I mean, it's not the first time. Green, blue skies, golden stars. What a... He drags you into the sky. I believe they just have, it just feels horrible. It looks horrible because he doesn't do anything extra. He doesn't pick up the weapon up at the end. Or if he does, you don't see it. Yeah, she's reminded Delphine throws bubbles. That didn't help. And of course. No. Well, dash forwards. How much can we get here? Yeah, the primary strike is a staple for the kit. That's gonna be one thing we need to say now. Joel always needs his primary strike for his combos. Great. Okay. Poisoned. Would be great to have a primary. But apparently, that's a no. No primary it is. Fair with a drop kick. Up you go. And again. And another one. Then up. It's gonna be the assist. Wow. Doesn't matter. I'm sorry, are you not supposed to be invincible? Wow, gets caught. They're clearly not invincible enough, game. There. Already failed with what they intended to do. He's not invincible before he hits, but... it wasn't high enough to dodge. Camille assist was nerfed. The dash part. By 5 frames.
3, 2, 1.
That's all they did. Only problem here is that Joel is on this problem with his primary is very much required. Force landing is needed for combos. Like, here's an example. Watch. 2 energy. But don't do this. The block is decently slow. And yeah, okay. And not to mention the breaker. The follow-ups, don't ever do the primary one, or rather don't do the 2-cost one. That does not help! It becomes worse if you use it while I'm in the air. Split S. I can recover a decent bit, and then... let's see. Yeah, no. That's gonna be a no. Yeah, we obviously know it isn't. They've been releasing all these other characters, yet they don't want to change Camille's first hit to be a simple interrupt. No, it's just gonna instantly combo. It's just gonna instantly start the combo. Still for 3 energy, we're going to give you 5,000 damage for free. That's all that happens with Camille assist. But no, let's just make it slower. But it still rushes towards opponents. Anyway, see if we can get this right. Inside loop. No. Doesn't slightly drag itself forwards. Drop kick. Nope. Yeah. Sweep. No. Yeah, that's all it is. Drop kick. No. So where's my blocks now, game? Thought I'm supposed to be a defender. Again. Wow. Fine, fair enough. We finally get drop kicked and we're gonna recover 2. And then split this. Then you get fired. It's the only damaging combo. Or something damaging. Nope, okay. Reducing the range in another patch. Yeah, if it's only the range part that's been reduced, no. Horrendous then. Split this. No. This time it will be stopped. Take some time. Okay. How much can I recover? Nope. You cannot recover 3 or 2 if you wanted to. That projectile travel time is probably based on the map. You want split this to be good, get all the way to your corner, I don't know. Yeah, no. This looks so stupid.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And no. That looks so stupid. And yes, the time freeze did freeze the clock. That looks so stupid. You can backdash everything of his. Listen, there's a point when something is broken, and there's a point where something needs to be thought out better than this. Like, I'm looking at a few stuff that you can try and do, but, everything being follow-ups does not help him. All I'm gonna have to say. Everything being a follow-up does not help him. Yeah, okay. Split S. Let's see what we got here. And you know, that one, I think they need to do something with that. The primary breaker, I think, needs to be a flying knockdown somehow. Just for the traveling projectile type idea. Actually, hold on. What does the first projectile do? No, he does not need assists for follow-ups. He doesn't need assists for that. He actually just lacks damage. Flying knockdown. Launch it high enough. But I don't know why they went with the launch in the code. Be aware, there's actually 2 different things. A launch and knock up are 2 different things in their animations now. They've recently added the launch thing. That's Geki who said it. Should have cancelled. Anyway, let's see here. What is the first projectile shot? They both not. Yeah, they both. Both of them are knockback, so. It does something. But it's really. I think the first projectile is just a bit too fast. You really just didn't want to rotate. Wow. Primary, which is gonna be. What's it gonna be? Fine. Yeah, that seems to be the case. I'd rather say they didn't think through on some of the combos. I'm looking at the amount of times they can recover, but yeah. But once again, we're still being attacked by the most retarded assist in the game. Because no one ever wants to get rid of Camille assist. Nah, everyone that appears seems to want to run it.
2, 1, go.
Yep. Wow. Yep. And someone's ready to just spam that. So be it. We're in the corner. Inside loop. Split this. And let's see here. We'll be able to recover some. Dropkick. No. And someone didn't rotate at all. And still isn't. Wow. Okay. Up you go. You can see there. At this point, don't bother pressing the super on the one. Yeah, no. Paying attention? No. What's it gonna be? We'll blast again and wait for 4. Slash them. And back away. It's always gonna go. It was obviously gonna be Camille.
KO. You win.
A rare ending, just dropkick them. But no. He doesn't. The knockback speed is there, just not. It's not an ending like that. The assist looks to be at least doing his job. It's Ninja. A lot of reaction changes, in my opinion. He basically, yeah, there's one thing though that I don't think anyone saw there. He is able to outspeed Justin. There, see, they're still in the air. But this isn't good enough. Dropkick! And I'm gonna recover 1.5. I can get something there. Upping up. And again. There, I recovered a bit more energy. Back away. Dropkick! And up you go. Sweep. And again. Get fired. And with this, we recover energy. Okay, there. His primary strike is a very... This character should not have been a defender. In my opinion, that's one of his problems. He should not have been a defender. First things first, he should not have been a defender. With how they lined up his cards and his idea, he should not be getting that many blocks. He should not be getting block spam. It's horrible for him. He needs all 4 of his cards to make him actually do his job.
3, 2,
Attacker!
go.
That's what he needed to be. Everything he does is a follow-up, but he needs all of his cards to do his combos properly. Fairy with the dropkick is a 2 energy thing he can use. Yeah, you don't want to use that. Split S is the only good one. If you don't have a split S after your block, then you might as well use the super. But any other point is bad. Split S is the only good super. Inside loop is horrible. It's a engage only and force landing. Yeah, there. Wow. Am I not going to be allowed to get anything? Yeah. See that? Dropkick. With this, up you go. You can see what he can get with the Breaker. This one is fine. To an extent. This, split S. We can make use of this. And another one. And guess what? I don't need to use the follow-up. Apparently I should have, because that is not a launch. Whatever effect they use there is horrible. He's not broken, but for what they did for him, bad class. Bad class. He needs every one of his cards for him to work well. You never want to use a super follow-ups as well, because the one just... It's not really any extra damage when you can just recover 2 and then just do this. Inside loop. And another dropkick. You may think you should use the super here. No. Wow. Still in the middle of a dash. Fine. There. But yeah, if I didn't get my primary slot blocked off, the super would be... Don't use the super there. Dropkick. No. Wait. Again. Nope. One, we'll recover energy here again. This time, split this. No. You only get one energy. With how slow it is, one energy. And sweep. Split S, because this is the only way you're going to land it properly. Up you go. You recover one, and then you can just do that. Yeah, he's just weird. It doesn't need a sweep on the first hit. It's the fact that you can't cancel it. It's a poke, and it's a... Yeah. It says, and just a reminder that Joel is only seen as weak because every other epic is broken. I'd say he just needs to cancel on a follow-up block. His block is a follow-up and will not continue on breakers. Or they can just be weird and make it continue on breakers. That way he goes invincible. Nope. Get swept. And... Fire! Yeah, he can recover some. But no, Orico's still over here with the stupid crit gimmick. It's not a gimmick, it's just stupidity. And sweep! And dropkick! And up you go! For that, we'll use a split S! No. See, if they're not cornered, that's gonna happen. And now they can just super. Wow, crits on a hit that should not have boosted crit chance. Yeah, you missed. Okay, dropkick. Let's see if we can get a combo. I'll recover 1.5. And decent. But it didn't help. Not the primary, so I don't have dodge projectiles. And someone still gets to keep critting. Yeah, but the problem is that they're just throwing random classes on characters without thinking it through. This is an example of them. Because they designed a character to be very heavy on every card they use, yet he gets to be a defender, so he gets block spammed. So guess what? He doesn't get to use his cards like he should. This is not a defender. This design of the character is not a defender. Or should not have been one. Nothing about his kit is defensive. Everything he does is full commit.
3, 2,
Fair, but he gets ruined by his class. There goes a block. And another one. What did Andrew do now? Hey, look at this. We got another problem. Again. Blocking the primary. I barely did anything, and now I don't... my combos got ruined. I could have had the primary slot to do something for me. I mean, yeah, that's a bit slow. So first of all, we launch here. And with that, force landing. And then dropkick. You know what we're going to do here? We're going to launch them again. We're going to recover. Sweep. And then guess what? Now we're going to fire. Making use of the specific recovery for this character. You want the primary slot is the only one for extensions and instant or easy grabs, and that doesn't even work. Okay, wow. You basically like I said, why is Andrew yelling? His capture is his primary strike. His middle slot is his combo extension. But you need his primary. Yep, that's another thing. It looks like he also goes too low on his sweep, so KT just whiffed the last shot. They gave him projectile dodge on his primary breaker, but not his middle slot breaker. You want the primary strike to catch the opponent after recovering energy, and you want the middle slot breaker to be able to get your energy back. Like right here, I'll get a free force landing. Done there. And then split S. But now my primary slot's blocked off, but I'm gonna get my blaster follow-up. Alright, back away. I kick them here. I don't need 2 of those, but fine. Up you go. You can see there, I could have recovered 2 energy instead of whatever that I did there if my primary wasn't blocked off. And again, with this one, we're going to super. Forced landing. Look at that. Caught. I got a bit of extra hits. If I had more energy, I would be able to get away with something there. Okay. Is it going to be Carter, or do I want to cancel? See there? As I mentioned, though, that I've not actually made use of that cancel yet. But yeah, we're going to do a forced landing, and then we're going to dropkick them again. And this is where a loop would be a thing. Like, you would just dash forwards and you can recover again. All I can say is, because of the way they set up the follow-ups, in my opinion, they're worthless. His assist seems, as I said, I'd compare it to Ninjor. I'll compare the assist to Ninjor. Like, it's always going to spawn in the back. So it's actually a teleporting assist. Okay? It's a teleporting assist. So it's not going to just be spammed in the way you think. Sweep here. We're going to super. Fire here. We're going to drop kick. And watch this. You see how I look at my energy? Up we go. Again. Sweep. Like that. Obviously, I was too close to the corner for that one. But by comparison, that's all it is. Don't ever do that. The most worthless attack is that one. Never do it, okay? In fact, we're going to do this. And again. Want to know what I'm going to do after this? I'm going to super. And back away. Yep. Play this again. We need travel time. So this attack, in my opinion, needs a better way of doing things. And yeah, there's an example of it. It's basically worthless. Breaker in the middle primary slot needs more manipulation on the opponent's side. You may sweep them, but you can't. It's once again, you need travel time. If you get stuck in your corner, your breaker is just worse. Your own corner, it's a bit better, but you want the middle of the arena. At this point, it's just that again. You want the middle of the arena for his primary breaker. Wow. So late. And yet he still gets to do that. Yep. Dropkick. Anyway. Up you go once. With that. Again. We'll dropkick again. And up. Split this. And up. Back away. Wow, no rotation. Yep. Of all things, no rotation. Well, I can do a bit of extra damage here. Drop kick. What's it gonna be? 3! How much did he recover? 1? Yeah, it's gonna be a no. He got something. But then he got nothing. Yeah. If you really need to do the only part of the supers that matters, the one cost, is when you need to finish the opponent. And most of the time, it's probably going to be worthless. Yeah, and that's the problem, though. He's not. He's not supposed to be a defender. They designed his kit with the way his combos work, but he needs to be one that gets very little blocks. He's designed to be a character that should be comboing with both his slots. Yet, they made him a defender, so he's very often going to be blocked off. Like right now. You're going to instantly press your card, or what are you going to do? Oh, that happened. Yeah, okay. Drag. 1, 2, drag. As you can tell as well, you can get 1 energy before doing anything else. Well, dropkick. With this one, we'll recover 1.5. Sweep. Nope. Okay, it is only 1. It is only 1. Yep. Back away. Yeah, every single one of his cards, you might as well just perfect cancel against. Like right here. Lots of travel time, but that's on me for delaying it a bit too much. And then I proceeded not to cancel. Dropkick. With this one, however, launch, split S. There. It might be in the middle slot. It's just worse if you do the follow-up. It's literally knockback. You exchange, you get 900 extra damage. And by spending 1 more EP, and you lose 2 EP and a launch. Like I said, the only usage you would have is to finish off. You're gonna start with a block, or what is it gonna be, game? Yeah, he is just faster. That's at least something useful. Fire the mirror. It's gonna be Mac. No. Wow. And then you combo anyway. Wow. And we don't get to land. No, Camille's just contributing 3,000 extra damage. Yep. Well, if you go once, fire it away. 1.5. They did nothing. Sweep again. And up you go. Fire. We're going to see Mac. Yeah, of course. But they're not one to just let the follow-ups happen. Spend 4, but they have the super. Justin lacking everything, while Joel is simply doing everything better in terms of showmanship or presentation. Relax damage. Well, Justin says he just launches everything. He's a playground kid that just says, "Oh, I can do everything." His primer is not the main damage; it's the main capture tool. This is it. Fair weather is where you want your combos. But forced landing is where you want to hit the opponent and get your combos extended. Like here's an example. We actually got the perfect setup. And forced landing. And again. And launch. And up. And sweep. And with that. Again. Fire away. And then inside loop, or the primary strike would be useful there. Drop kick. And up. Master on sentry? Or what's it gonna be? No Rockies allowed. Right here. Go fire. Force landing. This is a finish off point, as you can tell. Nah, she's already been nerfed. I've already checked the code. The 5 frames they've added is on the run-in only. They changed nothing else about it. When she initially dashed that, they made 5 frames slower. Reminder, 5 is still only 1/12 of a second. That's how much slower it is. 1/12 of a second. It was 25 before. Now it's half a second in speed. Geki, they want a holiday.
3,
Someone names himself that.
Go.
Yeah, I don't even get a block to use. Wow. Where's my block game? Huh? Where's the block? Yeah, I think they might be adjusting the one later, but we'll see. Dropkick. 1! Let's see if we can get a better combo here than what I did before. That's gonna be a no. Okay. Up you go. And inside loop. And again. We'll do another. Yeah, that took forever and did barely anything. It's a dropkick. Dropkick you! And no. Yeah, that's gonna be a no from me again. And dropkick them instead. Up you go. Up you use Mac. As I said, you can use him, but you get dropkicked. Nah, we sweep you. No, okay. Get out of your corner. It may reach far, but that's all it does. He drop kicks, and what do you get? Because I have a plan. It involves, not this, but can you be a little less defensive?
KO.
And they adjusted one of the annoyances. They adjusted her. Now, she doesn't just win around start against people that can actually dodge projectiles. So, backdashing Ninja Kimberly is actually an option now at round start. You begin the match, you can do a backdash. You did it. You stopped it. Not as broken, Geki, just because of, we already know what her movement is the problem. But with the way she can be countered now, at least you can backdash her.
Go.
Yep. Sweep. And how about this? We're just gonna launch. Fire away. You can see I could use the forced landing there, but I'm not gonna use it because I have barely any energy. There's no point in using forced landing if it's at the end of a combo. There we go. Rotated. Let's see what we have here. What are you gonna do? You can try and block. Okay. There we go. We wait. Forced landing. Inside loop. Drop kick. And yeah, we're ended the combo. So slash them. Back away. Yeah, no. Look at the Phantom Assist. He's old. Phantom Assist is quite old. Don't bother doing that, and don't use Red Zeo because inside loop. Nah, he's paying attention. Let's see. Congratulations. You tried to use a dropkick, but you didn't pay attention to its range. If I do this. Nah.
KO. You win.
Yep. But they gave her more damage. As I said, primary breaker is cancelable. You can cancel the breaker. They could have done something where if you do dash forwards, you just sweep earlier, but yes, I already told you. Primary breaker has a cancel. Both the primaries have a cancel. Middle slot does not.
Three, two, one.
What if I just press the primary again? No, I don't get to be faster. I don't get to be faster. Up you go. And sweep. With that, we're going to fire. So I don't get my primary anymore. We recover to 1, but they're ready to block. We got drop kicked. Up we go. How much energy you got? You do the worthless. Yeah. Worthless follow-up. Again. Don't do that. Well, drop kick. Nope. But they instantly cancelled. This is fine. You're gonna get nothing? Yep, you got nothing. Split S. Backdash. Yep. The clashes are sad. We're just gonna recover here. Back away. Nope. Split S. Sweet. And off you go. And back away. Ah, no. Well, that didn't help. But you continued. Okay, this is 2 energy. So that means inside loop. Fire and charge.
KO.
Worst case scenario, that is actually going to have a chance to whiff against specific characters. As you can tell, it takes forever in some matches just because you can fully backdash every single one of his cards. Specifically, the breakers can easily be backdashed. You get hit by the block, you block. You see the breakers, you backdash. You see the strike, you can kind of just ignore it. I wait for Ninja Kimberly's to appear, but no one wants to use her right now. Okay, let's see here. There's an example. We can recover and dropkick again. Get a decent bit of energy. Inside loop. And sweep. How about not dropkick? And up you go. And slash. Like the only usage would be that, but even then, I think I would have rather taken the energy. I got dropkicked. 7! No, actually no, that's 6. And nope. Yeah. See there? That thing also has barely any range. So inside loop. Launch you once. And split S. So that one, I think, will recover 1. And dropkick again. And up you go. Forced landing. Sweep.
KO. You win.
The thing is, without seeing Ninja Kimberly as an opponent, we're not exactly getting the experience of what we need to see. What exactly is Ninja Kimberly doing? Okay, you see. Why are you using... Not even a theme over there. Not even a theme. Sweep. And we're going to just do the follow-up here. And fire. For that, we'll dropkick. Nah. Be aware the primary breaker is the breaker trap. The middle slot is not. Just gonna have to point that out. No. Sweep. And with that, we'll dropkick them. 1. Up you go. And again. 1.5. Yeah, that's... You can recover 1.5 before they can get up. And we'll fire here. Forced landing. Nah, he's paying attention. We're probably dead. Or I guess not. How much energy do you recover? Apparently not enough. There was the drop kick. Repeat. Okay? 1.5 energy every drop kick. As I said, I collected day 9 and 10 specifically for it. And then it'll return on Monday. Or tomorrow. One of the two.
3, 2, 1, go!
Kick. That worked. Up we go. Split S. With that, we're going to just do the follow-up here. Fire. And back away. No, you will not, Haley. Okay, fine. And it still worked for it. Well, that looks stupid. Okay. Knife edge maneuver. Man tried to leave, but he clearly didn't. He tried to leave, but he really didn't. Get blasted. Forced landing. And sweep. Gonna blast them again. Fire. And with that, probably gonna have to do an inside loop. No. Don't get to. Yeah, she clearly needs 3 of them. Any other combo would have worked anyway, so it doesn't matter. Rotation there didn't matter. Yeah, good luck, Geki. Be warned. You're gonna get beaten up when in the next Genshin update. They're adding a gecko.
3, 2,
Well, they found a Leo.
1, go.
And of course I pressed the block. Okay. Well, here we go. Breaker again. Nope. Blocked off in the middle slot. Or what's it gonna be? Yeah. It's gonna be a long fight. As I said, it's gonna be a long one. Give it a bit. Inside loop. No. That one's ready. And I'm not allowed to press a card. Yeah. Great. Well, we sweep. This one, I think we'll do the follow-up into an inside loop. Not paying attention, but we instantly get blocked off in the middle slot. And that's the problem. And again. Yep. Okay. And then still not being useful. Yep. Yeah. Didn't change, but people can just dash now if they're not right next to her. If you've been cornered and Ninja Kimberly backs away, you can just dash in your own corner. Most of the time it should work. So be it. But yeah, against the Leo, anyone that spams their blocks will be perfectly fine. Dropkick! Clouded. There we go! And forced landing. Sweet! Back away. No, of course. Look at that. Still not allowed to dash at the right time, even if I wanted to. And you're just too slow anyway. Okay. Wow. Wow. Well, it's not like Mac. Force landing. And split this. No. Worthless. You pick the leader, yet you can't even do that. You can't even play Antonio. We all know Fedos would be spamming Camille on that if they leveled her up. Worthless. With that behavior. Cheap cards for Joel, but as you can clearly tell, compared to Ninja Kimberly, when her cards were just as the same cheap. Yep, and of course. Wow. Well, that assist still gets to be fast. Wow. I thought you removed the blind spot. Clearly you didn't. But nope. Meal again. No, Thomas, they will never. We all know they won't. You know very well they just give help to them. Yep. But they would have to reduce its range, just as a reminder. If they want to get rid of that assist's blind spot, they're required to reduce the range. Otherwise, it's going to be completely wrong, and once again, another retard decides, oh, this thing doesn't hit you, so we're just going to make it hit you. Visually doesn't, but apparently, it does in their eyes. Then fix Black Dragon, you retard. Tail Whip has a visual effect that hits the opponent very clearly, yet you don't do anything. Yeah, that doesn't help. You would think maybe they come up with a way for that strike. They need to, I don't know. If it lands, will you just drag the opponent with you? I feel like they need to do something like that. Like it drags backwards, I don't know. Yep, free breaker and super. The block always leads into the breaker with no effort needed. A turbo blue and it was. As I said, 5,000 damage on a 3-cost assist is what Camille is. Billy is not broken in that sense. As a reminder, I'm trying to use a block that I can't cancel and he's instantly blocking it. Simply put, if I just don't... Billy is not as broken as he was. Reminder, one primer can only be cancelled, the other one can't. He's still very much vulnerable during his block because he's always you're gonna see him attack and it's a decently slow one. But to others, he's not the problem. Can't fight your opponent properly, can you? Can't even recover one there. He's gonna use Camille? Yeah, like that. Wow.
KO, you lose.
Instant assist! Everyone has to run it in the Casual Tuesday, don't they? As a reminder, it's anyway being stupid. Joel's assist is just Ninja. I've compared it already. It's Kaya, Ninja, all the assists that start at the back. It in fact loses damage by not being in the corner. But no, then we have the stupid, the retard design that is Camille assist. Yeah. Up you go. Inside loop. With that one, we'll just kick you again. And up. And again. And up. You go. With that, inside loop. They did nothing. They lost half their health for that long combo. The requests are taken on other days. For now, we're just tasting the leader. And we're not bothering with assist choices for the reason that we do not bother with assists. Anyway, I should have used the super follow-up there, but it didn't matter. And they're doing nothing, so they probably have a block. Or not a block, they don't have one. It's swept, and they queued up the attack at the wrong time. They queued up the thing at the wrong time, so it didn't count. That time it didn't. Okay, here. Dropkick. They healed. Too bad. We'll end with a dropkick somehow.
KO, you win.
Yeah, in this case, the requests are only Sunday, and that's any character can be used if I have them. Other than the theme battle characters. There would be normally assist requests for the character, but as I said, we do not bother with assists because I don't end up using them often. The times I do is at a random point. Most of the time, it's a proper leader combo.
3, 2,
Yep, okay. Regular Camille. Oh, it hit him. Oh, we sweep. Nope. Pause landing. Sweep. Okay. The fact that I could cancel at that point. Well, up you go. And back away. Wow. I reduced the damage. And that's all it did. And they don't rotate. Okay. They proceed not to rotate.
KO. You lose.
I think I've missed the see that you're on purpose of your Nordman. How about you put it this way? It doesn't work on Joel. Camille is not the problem. As I said, the assist is. The leader is not. She is very short-ranged.
3, 2, 1.
Sometimes it's just annoying when it doesn't rotate because that's when it happens. You want the opponent to rotate so you know what they're doing. Because people apparently don't like the strike. Reminder that you can actually just react to her emotion after just going up. When you see her go up, you can just block. That's one thing to remember. Yep. And back away. Split this. Nope. Not escaping this one. Lightspeed. And back away. No. Okay, no. Back you do. Very decently interesting. Who knows? Split this. Nope, I'm slow. I should have cancelled. There we go. And slash. Worthless. No. No. I said no. Dropkick. 1, 2. Punch to the face.
KO. You
As I said, there's another thing I pointed out in my Discord server. They should have added a camera angle change during that breaker. A quick zoom in of just getting punched in the face repeated twice, but they didn't want to do that. There's no hit effects. They could have added that as well, but they didn't. That's just missing entirely as well. Maybe Ninja Game one time. Yeah. I guess that happened.
3, 2.
But right now it seems that Lightspeed really just gets a horrible treatment. Nope. Dropkick. Up you go. And split it. You only can recover one, so I need to be careful with that. Lightspeed Arsenal. With that, another force landing. There's no point in adding a backdash there. Again, fire them. Force landing. Nope. But yeah, just the way that I can easily be blocked is very much a problem. Weak. Nope. Sweep. And we'll just fire twice. And back away. Nope, fine. I could press a block. I could have pressed a strike there. Nothing? Okay. I forgot which one. I'm pretty sure the block does the... Does it do the most? Okay, that didn't help. That did not help at all. We're in the middle of the arena. It's up. No. That didn't work. That didn't work. Hey, enough of that. And he's in the air. Well, there goes the downside. The game tried to correct them to the ground after they hit me. They were still in the air when I kicked them. Listen, Bridges one is different. And plus, Bridge is weak to breakers. Bridge can one-shot you with crits, but that's about it. But he's weak to breakers. There's a 50-50. And everything else he does instantly starts combos.
3, 2, 1. Go.
Well, let's see here. Yep. Let's see here. If we can... No. Not long enough. You say that, but let's make sure. I don't think you're seeing it right. 46, 522. Yeah, no, that's lower. That's lower. Yeah. Split S. That. Oh no. I can press a button there, but yeah. He fired himself. Up you go. And then you recover and just do this version. Isn't it an S? Is it not an S? Looks like an S to me. Yeah, no, that's an S. If we want a 5, we can probably 5. It's right up there. But then again, isn't there an actual attack that's a 5? Five there. 5-point combo. That's an S, and this is a 5. You can see the top left corner of the 5 is sharp. That thing's smooth. I mean, tell her to bridge. Bridge over here. Pro car first. Ask questions later.
Three, two, one, go.
Sweep. Nope. Interrupt. And nope. That's just Eric. Still does a decent bit of damage, even if it does whiff most of its attacks. Yeah, that's slow. Amping up. And force landing. Like, right here would be useful. Like, if you can use that to drag your opponent towards your corner if you keep getting it. But as you can tell, that doesn't work. But no, they're not going to do the same thing they did with Zed. They're not gonna repeat his breaker situation. Yeah, dropkick. No, fine. So I don't know why that looks like it also does less than it is supposed to. Anyway, up you go once. Force landing. Sweep. And that dropkick. Up you go. Sweep. With that, it'll just Lightspeed. And again, sweep. You're not paying attention. I'll blast you again because I got the energy. Inside loop. Nope. He did not realize he could cancel it. He did not realize it. Well, that was an ending. That was certainly an ending. The crit made the wall bounce kill. Dropkick, wall. He broke his back on the wall. And you just see him lie on the ground, waiting. Steal. Split this. For this one, we will do the follow-up. Fire. And force landing. We'll kick you here. And kick again. We'll use every single one. For no reason. Then we'll drop kick you again. Okay, no. We don't get to. Nah, okay, fine. Get stabbed. Yeah. Sweep. No super? Okay. Well, you're not paying attention. Yeah, but it's more like for the 1 extra EP, it's just better to use this one, so Even if it's a weird different damage. Bad! You're not allowed to do that. And of course. I feel like that didn't help, but doesn't matter. Get launched, get blasted, away. And then he dashed. Nope, split S. I'ma blast you away. Fire!
KO. You win.
Just get more damage and more utility from that one. All the others are worthless. Do they not add a robot emote? Wow. They didn't want to add another robot dance to him. It's all that we have Robo Knight and Sentinel Viper, but they didn't want to add another dance.
Three,
Thomas?
2, 1.
There are enough characters here. And we all know that the shows are old. There's no reason for spoilers anymore. The only spoilers there really were is related to Cosmic Fury. And even then, not much. There, half of their health gone. Hello? Did they stop on purpose or what happened here? Like right there, I wanted to drag them towards me. I feel like that needs to be done. That seems like a decent buff choice, but who knows. Make the primary strike drag back. I don't know. It's literally sweep. It only sweeps, but it doesn't... It just really doesn't. Is he even doing his display damage, though? I feel like something's off.
3, 2, 1.
Well,
Go.
inside loop. No. Ah, okay. Let's see here. Launched away. How about I drop kick you? No. No projectile dodge properties. There's no such thing as a projectile dodge property. No. What? And nope. He only removes one. Very important information. The block. Okay, the block's the most broken. And that removed nothing. No. And back away. That did nothing. That worked. I'll have to blast them away. That worked. Ah, no. Ah, I'm still alive. I'm still alive. I'm gonna drop kick him. And then punch him in the face twice.
KO. You win.
I survived with 10 HP. So what do you mean they didn't give a move that for once? Or like they're inconsistent with their transitions to bounce. Like it just never gets the thing. I mean, I've been working with a very much... the thing is, though, Clouded, recently I've technically been working with a low health disadvantage with very little damage as well. So I think I'm a little more used to that right now, even if I'm fighting fair opponents. If you think about it. I mean, the split S has dodge properties, as a reminder. Okay. Fine. As if I'm allowed to catch her. No! I drop kick you. Up you go. And split S. And up you go. And blast them. Back away. Now, come on. Go ahead. Really? Ah, of course. Can I even get away with this? I don't think I can. Yeah. Redistributed. Okay, yeah. They redistributed the damage. But then again, when the opponent is using... It's mostly as well, this only happens against characters that have a proper weakness. Now, this is wins. You can see the name. Or, see the name over there. Well, and not to mention down there.
3, 2, 1.
And at least we're fighting the Ninja Kimberleys now. Okay, the test we need. Still doing a legal movement there. At least they didn't make it broken with point blank just whiffing. Yeah, okay. Can I dodge? No. 800 just gets more and more slowly. But I still didn't play that right. Still horribly played anyway. And with how her dashes go, drop kicking her is not an easy one anyway. Plus I spam strikes and blocks. What happened to my breakers? Every time she used a strike is when I end up using a breaker. Yeah, really needs to be a bit more careful against Ninja Kimberleys. But stop being too aggressive and I'll be fine. Probably.
3, 2, 1.
Primary slot. Okay, force landing. Sweep. Watching? No, you're not. So I'm gonna blast you. They're fired. Back away. No. No, can't dodge that one. No, go away. I'm gonna drop kick you. Aw. They simply blocked it. I'm not letting you leave. I said no. That's not happening. Whoop. Okay. Well, that's a perfect attack. There you go. No. He dodged. He drop kicked me. This is once again what's gonna happen, isn't it? What's your energy? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Middle slot, you useful, why don't you? Really? He backdashes just to do just to poke. I get sent back to the corner. Now you can see there's where one thing is important. Is that worth it? Okay, give it a moment. We're dropkick. We're first. Up you go. Sweep. Yeah. No. Again. This is what happens again. The mirror matches that do that. Because both people keep dodging everything and interrupting it some way. Good game. Second person that decides they have to exist and they... Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Go.
No. No, you don't. Split this. Alright, most of the time we kept trading instead of actually fighting. So no one did any damage. Now you can't punch him. You cannot punch him. Now I'm dropkicking you. Up you up. Split S. Nope. Whatever that was the plan there, didn't work. That being said, though, I think... no, you don't get to have your super. There's something. Nope. Should have cancelled. Nope. Dropkick. 1, 2. Punch to the face. Dropkick them again. 1, 2. Punch to the face. And sweep. And bring them closer.
KO. You win.
That worked. As you can tell, it actually is a combo. It takes forever, though. But it's still questionable why he does 0 damage, though. But also another thing to point out is he's just copying Steel. If we put, I need to point this out. He's just copying Steel. Rotate the loading screen. It's the exact same.
3, 2, 1, go.
It's just Steel. Drag you in. Drop kick. I can sweep you. And blast him again. Yeah, that barely did anything. Nope. We run away. We teleport. I'm ignoring that. I teleport again. Nah. Cancel with an attack. I teleport again. Don't die. It worked it didn't work this time because I was very weird with the button I pressed. Stay in your corner. I mean it. Stay in your corner. Poke twice. Dropkick. No. As I said, barely any recovery. Nah, he's faster. I should have cancelled. I would have won that then. I would have won if I cancelled. There we go. Nah. As I said, cancel. Breaker trap. Nah. Ah, okay, that's on me. 20 seconds left. He lacks the damage even if he wanted to kill me. This is how stupid it is.
10, 9,
Like, even if he wanted to kill me, he lacks the damage.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. You win.
You guys did not think this through. He is literally in the situation of lacks damage. He has no damage. Where's the damage? Nowhere. It's all missing. At least his code wasn't broken this time. Just so you know, he actually had proper code this time. Didn't have an issue. I didn't notice anything. He just goes invincible on everything. But that's about it. He has problems with damage this time. Somehow they released a character with damage problems again. No code problems this time. Sweep. And fire. There we go. It worked. Again, we'll drop kick you. And up. And sweep. And no wait. Yeah, that effect is horrible. You might spend the 1 extra EP just to be able to do a better version. Split S is the only good attack when it comes to the super. Sweep. And sweep. And kick. And sweep. He's about to be punched again. You die down, just got to the even side, what's yours? Yeah. He began watching Star Wars. Yeah. The decent day one. More like it's fine, damage not. No damage. No damage. I might as well look at his display damage after this. I don't think something's right. Okay. You get interrupted, drop kicked. Well, pick up. And sweep. And you go away to your corner. And we sweep again. And punch. Got fully dragged to the corner, then sweep. 7. Okay. Okay then. That didn't work. No. There we go. This works for me. We sweep once. Fire. And again. And sweep. Now the problem here is they're just gonna heal it. They proceeded to start healing. Now they have their strikes. Yep, as I said, they have a strike. But you know what we're gonna do? We're not gonna super. We're gonna split S. 2,058. We don't knock out. We don't. We do barely. We do less than 2,000. What's the damage? 9. Yeah. No. Just no. No. I don't know where your thought process is anyway, but clearly you don't know what the damage is you're supposed to be putting. Because even Ranger Slayer does more than 2,000 on every single one of her attacks. And even then, the 2 cost did barely anything. These are recent characters you've changed. Pumpkin Rapper does more than 2,000 on each one. Trini, more than 2,000 on each 3 cost. And that's a 2 cost over there. And we'll even compare to Justin. Yeah. Wow. All of them are at least 2.2. Fair Weather Dropkick is the only one that does damage. Best effect for the cheapest cost. But you make a 4 cost only do 2.9. Lothor's 4 cost is doing 4,000. And that's without the bonus. Or the booster thing. At that point, it becomes a 3 cost.
3, 2, 1, go!
Dropkick. No. Congratulations, you dropped out of a combo. Or because you did a worthless assist. Wow. Again. Yep. Runs too many blocks alongside the worthless Camille assist. Wow. Every time. Hey, let's press a button. Nope, just instantly stopped because this attack is 30 frame, instant combo started that dashes forwards. That'll result in a 5,000 damage combo. Or not even 5 damage combo, just 5,000 damage in general.
one.
Because why not? Dropkick ruined by a block. Up you go. Okay, force landing. Sweep. With one. We fire. And we sweep again. We do all this work for nothing. We back away. No. Try to block it. Okay, you're gonna go to your corner now. Almost still in the air. But it actually was in the air because my energy I still had a decent bit of energy there. Fire. And dropkick. Stop the Devon in its tracks. Oh, come on. Close. So close. Well, I have a plan. We do this, and then this. He didn't get up. That almost whiffed.
KO. You win.
That almost whiffed. It was almost a perfect, but I messed it up. There's only 17 minutes left. It will be 2 hours. But yeah. Needs a damage buff. Design-wise. Yeah. We've seen how long these combos can last. It's just gonna be Justin all over. I don't know, double its damage, increase each cost by 1.
Go.
I don't know. Don't listen to that. That was just horrible. No thought for that one. It's just something. Like, they'll shorten his combos at least at that point. I don't want to... No, we don't need another Justin situation. Ready for that one. We'll slash them here. Back away. Nope, can't escape. 16,000. Okay. Yeah, okay. No. The dash didn't even work properly. And not allowed to press anything. Dodge that. And no. And not to mention that block is quite slow. Not instant combo started. It's still decently slow. If anything, compared to what it needs to be, I think he did. I don't know what this is. Feels like he just. Increase every cost by 1, double damage. Maybe it's actually possibly the right move because everything's a 4 cost. Then makes everything 5. He has a bit of. He's got decent recovery choices.
2, 1.
And then his combos don't last as long. Because right now, this is a 4 cost. Nothing. And then, reminder, it turns these 4 costs into 5 costs with the super. And then at that point, it does something. Dropkick. Up you go. We're gonna teleport away. Not to that, though. Not to that. The fact that it briefly appears says we're really just spawning on the ground, getting very close to the ground. Wow. Not to mention it would actually fix his problem. With how little damage he does, if his costs get increased and his damage, then he doesn't need his slots as much anymore. So he can be a defender now without ruining his entire problems. Or his entire whole idea of how he is the combo. And a reminder that Troy is a defender as well. So the idea that they do damage on hits isn't a problem. 3,800. Maybe 1.5 times increase, like 50% damage increase on everything. 75, 75, 50. Yeah. 50% damage boost to the primary strike, increase its cost by 1. 75% damage increase on the primary breaker and the muzzle slot block, increase both their cost by 1. Fairweather gets a 50% damage increase. It increases cost by 1. I don't know, it'll do something, but that's a horrible idea. I'm just throwing something random. Not to mention, I'm pretty sure his block is also on the slower side. No, I can cancel. Dropkick. No one knows he can cancel, so it works. Don't use it. Oh, of course. You can cancel that though. Sweep. And nothing go. Don't use Orco. He did it. He used Orco. But now I got caught by that one. So, yeah, this is gonna hurt. What if I just... Well, he didn't do it. He didn't stop it. Punch twice. Launch. And slash.
KO. You win.
Like, there's no way to keep the super as a combo starter either. So you can't keep the time freeze strike kick. You can't keep it. Like, it would be weird if you did. At that point, we would they can maybe come up with another idea that you save a follow-up that you can use to. When you use a specific attack, you have its attack. You have a one-cost version in the super slot of an extra final attack afterwards, just sitting in that slot. Like that idea just came to mind right as soon as after I just thought of somehow using the time freeze kick to do something. Like you'll use an attack, but now when you use it, you have a one-cost version appear in the super slot. By doing that, now you can engage with a different attack while your slots rotated. Or didn't rotate. Could seem interesting. Sad part is, I don't think there's a way to do it without the opponent perfectly interrupting me. Like, I think it's it's this one only. No, I need a hit. Fine. Like there, do you see? It kept the super though, because I canceled getting rid of the super. I think if I stand still, maybe I will have the thing. But then I don't think it can be activated anyway. But let's see. Right. No, I mentioned the opponent just wasn't there, so that was, I should have taken the chance to test there. I only did realize at the end, though. So let's see. What happens if can I keep the slot lit up? Does it work on split it? Actually, no. It doesn't work if I've already done the attack and don't have any energy for the assist, then... Actually, it might be the perfect... Rescue Bird might be the perfect chance to use it. So if I use Force Landing Rescue Bird, and then what happens? Close. It just got rid of it. It got rid of it. Yeah, it expired. Maybe there's a way. No. You saw it appeared. It showed up and disappeared. It replaced itself with the taunt button right as soon as I pressed it. Ah, come on. It didn't activate. fine. I just simply pressed nothing there.
KO. You lose.
Jumping on... I think it's not. You realize that there are plenty of times that that has been used, that trope. It's just a pinned punch, you could say. So, yeah. Great assist spammer. So we're just gonna press the block, aren't we? There's it. And then we have the backdash. No need to backdash if they run into it. Up you go. That we'll have to dodge again. Yep. Okay, how many blocks do we need to use here? Yep, and great. They just get to keep the crit. Does it get removed? I don't think I've been paying attention. Does it get removed if I hit them? Well, get blasted. Camille. No. Blind spot stays. Yeah, I should just poke them. Great. No, it does not. Remove that stupid buff. It stays. For some dumb reason, it just has to stay. Crit! Of course. Great. Wait. Bridge loses his crit rate when you hit him, but apparently Ninja Kimberly gets to you just get to keep your crit rate boost if she activates the assist and hits you now. Wow. She just gets to keep it. Wow. Legendary privileges don't exist. If you try and come up with an excuse, it doesn't. We can clearly tell by how Justin exists alongside plenty of others like Ollie who get to keep that the invincible reversal, yet Dragon Armatrini still can't instantly get her super and use it in the same combo because she's a low health super. But no, apparently ninjas are not allowed to be weak. Oh, wrong one. Right, they're gonna be another super? Or another assist? Wow. Another one. Okay, let's see. What you gonna do? Wow. Yep, okay, we drop pick. This is gonna be a long one. You're gonna lose that super. You're gonna lose your crits. Anyway. You're fired. And again. That one was late, if anything. Fire again. No. Doesn't work. What do we do here? That one. Wrong button. Ah, yes, you finally made use of the actual good super. And of course. Wow. Well, slash this one. This would add for damage. Game ignored. And wow. And not to mention, look at the damage. 2.4. 2.5. Game didn't let me block that time. Ah, yes, there's 3 cost down boosts your crits that gives you the crit not on hit, so meaning you actually get the combo now and not have to stand there. Yep, clearly we tried to weaken the leader, but we're gonna buff the assist just like the other one again.
2, 1,
retards.
go.
But yeah, there. This is why that assist is not going to be a problem. As you can tell, if you launch away to the corner, it's going to lose damage. And that's the way the fair part comes in. Unlike some other stupid assists. Yeah, okay. You didn't dodge. And fire! Another mention is the fact that Ninja Kimberly is still a 3 cost. This is a 4. Dropkick. And up you go. 2.3. At least it's enough. You roughly add 900 to every single one of your cards. In my opinion, right now he is... I'm not going to say anything related to his rating. I'd say Joel falls under the category of incomplete. Not thought out properly. Whoever designed it was not the person in charge of damage and knows how the damage in the game works. Plus, they would have known this if it was a problem if they playtest. But they don't. If they actually playtested the characters, they would know that he lacked damage. But they don't. Anyway. Yeah, this is the damage we dealt. And in this case, now he's just going to do 5,000 damage from a 3 cost. You know, something Joel doesn't do. Up you go. Sweep. And fire. No. Just paying attention. Launched. Fired. And Orca. Crit manipulation has caused him to likely crit on a bigger hit. But who knows? Yeah, you've reset your energy. Let's see whether or not we can get a decent combo here. No. No, we can't. We will not. We'll fire here. And since we're in the corner, we actually get a knockout. We did it. We got a half-health combo that's, and we spent 15 energy for it. No, 16 energy for it. 16 energy for half their health. Which also required me not to get the block. And I only used 1 super. This is the last match. Another Camille.
3, 2,
Right.
1, go.
And of course I don't have my strike. Got stabbed, and what's it gonna be? Okay. Well, that works. Get blasted. And with that, nope. Fire, and fire rescue bird. And nope. You don't get to do that. We slash you twice. And we block it. No. Okay, you're gonna launch and dash and super. There we go. They did it right. They did the thing right. But that's not right. You get drop kicked. Launched. Sweep. With that, since we're in the middle of the arena, we get the best energy regen. But I was late. You know what's gonna happen again? We're gonna blast it one more time. Fire!
KO. You win.
Yeah, not that much damage. Just maybe a 40% damage boost across everything. No Camille assist was seen there this time. How much damage did I actually get the Corruption Zone? Because I played a decent chunk, but how many did it actually get? More than I thought it would. I've got a lot of damage I need to catch up on, Rocky. Zato. Nothing. Blow flicked. When you actually know how to use the character, he seems fine. At the same time, he really doesn't. And I think the only reason I'm technically doing fine with him right now is quite literally just because of the account. Now, that's it for now. It's 1:30 AM. The character released at 11, but Inway decided they're going to be insanely late with adding the character to the game. So I had the problem of I took a bit of extra time on the took a bit of extra time before I could actually get the thumbnail up. Even though it's a very basic one, I just took the idea of him signing his name on the on his own picture. Like, how many rangers actually reveal their identities? That's the thing. How many actually reveal their identities? I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, is that the wrong sound? I think it's bugged. I don't think that's the correct sound. I heard a different sound earlier. Those sound effects are the ones from the dance, are the... Yes, but the problem with it is it's these ones, or... Let me find Preston. What you're hearing is supposed to be this. You hear it in the background? See? That's the sound that's playing right now. I don't know how they just messed it up. I didn't even update the game. There! See, it played that time. And then it broke. There, it's back. Correct one. See? Why are you pulling the wrong sound? See? And then it plays that one. It's random between no sound and one of those two. Why did the one go a higher pitch? It's just random. Like, yeah, it's random. Nah, it's weird. I don't know why they... Pretty sure that's actually correct then. They put all three sounds random and then just one no sound as well. But I don't think I saw it in his file, so that is 100% the shared sound that they're just using there. But yeah, that's all for now. Day 9 and 10 of the other account are recorded, but not with commentary. That's going to be a montage of just doing the daily mission and then collecting, and that's it. And then a proper one will be back soon. Unpack, man. Okay. Kind of. I don't know. Kind of. Character is incomplete. That's my verdict right now. They need damage boost. He cannot be properly judged. His combos exist. I do half health. I do a half health combo with proper rotation, but he needs both his slots to be able to do that, and preferably not his block. From what I can tell, Yeah, his block is actually his worst attack. Now, other than obviously being damage is horrible, his block is his worst attack. So, that's my opinion. Incomplete. Can't really properly be judged with how little damage he does, but in my opinion, as well, his block is his worst attack. His primary strike is very fast with usages, but his primary breaker is at least able to be used for bait. Alongside, it's a very much needed because flying knockdown and a little bit of extra damage. But his block, in my opinion, is the outright worst attack he has. And literally, yeah, one of these shorter animations with that. Yeah, be aware. Now, the thing is, though, it doesn't matter that it's doing so little damage because it's not a super. It's just an enhanced breaker. It is literally just another breaker. His middle slot breaker, however, is useful only about the launch properties. It's a 3 cost that launches for 2 energy back for his primary strike. Don't bother using it as the follow-up because that is not a useful slash. It does nothing and it's worthless. You're trading you're doing 900 extra damage in auto level on for for less EP value when you could have recovered 2 energy instead and just did something. Unless you're literally there with 1 EP left and the opponent is low and you know he's gonna knock out, then you can use it. But any other time, don't bother using the follow-up, because the only useful follow-up is quite literally the primary breaker. All the others are worthless. They're all weak. Especially the primary strike. That is 1 extra EP for 500 extra damage. They either should just make every single one of the supers do the same damage, or I don't know. Because clearly, that primary strike variant is the worst one you could ever do. Like, it increases the duration of the animation. What's that gonna do exactly when it's a knockback? It's a knockback. It does nothing. You increase the duration of the strike. You froze time. It did nothing. Middle slot block. Same thing. It's not a launch, so it's not helping you. Middle slot breaker. Still not doing anything for you. The other one's just, you do the most damage with the primary breaker is the only useful one because actually, it's the most damage. In fact, it's the most damage you can get from it, and it improves the entirety of your entire idea of damage as well. Your primary strike does the most for 1 EP cost, and it improves your hit reaction to be a flying knockback instead of a weird launch that just goes up and down instantly instead of going up and down. Like most launches like that, but they for some reason chose a different effect for the punch on the ground. They chose that, they did something weird there. Because there's 2 types of, there's a knock-up and there's a launch in the files. They finally used the launch effect. It's probably going to cause a lot of problems for them shortly. Now, another thing to reveal, they updated their game engine. So, no wonder the icons are shrunken. Joel just confirmed what it is, what the problem was. But yeah, thank you for those that joined. This is Joel's, yeah, he's just Joe. Just Joe with an L. That's currently what it is. He's Joe that took an L because he did not get a great release in damage. There. Alright, for that's it for Joel today. We'll see if he gets his video properly. If they can increase his damage, we'll see. We shall see.